Your Whirlpool washer finishes the cycle, but the clothes come out heavy, dripping, and far wetter than normal. Before you assume the motor is bad, look inside the tub. If there's still water sitting in the washer, start with the drain system. If the tub is empty, but the clothes are soaked, you're more likely dealing with a spin problem. That one clue can cut your troubleshooting time dramatically.
The washer doesn't actually dry your clothes. During high-speed spin, the inner basket rotates rapidly, and water is forced out of the fabric, through the basket openings, and into the outer tub so it can be pumped away. The faster the basket spins within the cycle's programmed limit, the more water it can extract. So, soaked clothes usually mean either the washer couldn't remove the water or it couldn't reach the spin speed it was supposed to.
Now listen to what the washer is doing. If it never attempts to spin, think safety lock, control, or drive system engagement. If it starts spinning but stays slow, slips, shakes badly, or repeatedly stops, think load balance or a mechanical drive problem. And if there's water left in the tub, investigate drainage before chasing the motor. Keep your symptom in mind because the next causes become much easier to separate.
Delicate, hand wash, and other low spin settings deliberately use slower spin speeds, so clothes can come out noticeably wetter. Some machines also allow the spin speed to be reduced manually, and using too much detergent can create excessive suds, which can interfere with normal draining and spinning. Before replacing anything, try the correct cycle, the correct spin setting, and the proper amount of HE detergent if your washer requires it.
A washer can also be mechanically healthy and still refuse to reach full spin speed. A comforter or several heavy towels can bunch on one side of the basket. An overloaded washer can have the same effect. The machine may slow down, attempt to redistribute the load, or stop the spin rather than continue with severe vibration. And if the washer itself isn't level, the problem becomes even worse. Redistribute the clothes and make sure all 4 feet are firmly supporting the machine.
If you see standing water, this moves near the top of the list. Check the drain hose for a kink, blockage, or incorrect installation. On front-load Whirlpool models that have an accessible drain pump filter, debris such as lint, coins, buttons, or other small objects can restrict the pump. Poor drainage can interrupt normal spin operation and leave you with exactly the symptom we're trying to solve: extremely wet clothes at the end of the cycle. Next comes one of the most important safety inputs. A Whirlpool washer has to know that its lid or door is securely closed before normal operation can continue. On a top loader, inspect the lid strike and lock area for damage, detergent buildup, or clothing preventing proper engagement. On a front loader, check that the door closes and latches normally. A lock fault may produce flashing lights or an error code on models with a display. Now we get underneath the washer. Many Whirlpool top-load designs use a drive belt between the motor and transmission system. They may also use a mechanism often called a Splutch, plus a shift actuator that helps the drive system switch between wash and spin functions. If a belt slips or breaks or one of these mechanisms can't engage the basket correctly, the motor may operate while the basket doesn't reach normal spin speed. The exact arrangement depends completely on your model. There's another distinction worth watching for. If parts of the drive system appear to move but the basket itself doesn't follow properly, some top-load designs use a separate hub that connects the basket to the drive system. Wear there can prevent the basket from being driven correctly. And if the machine repeatedly becomes violently unbalanced with ordinary loads, suspension components deserve inspection as well. These parts vary by model, so confirm your model number before ordering anything. If your Whirlpool is an older direct drive top loader, the hardware can be completely different. Many older machines used a motor coupling between the motor and transmission instead of the newer belt and actuator arrangement. They may also use a mechanical clutch to bring the basket up to spin speed. A failed coupling can leave the motor running while the basket doesn't move, while a worn clutch can produce a weak or slow spin. Don't buy either part until you've confirmed your washer actually uses that design.
Front-load Whirlpool washers use a different layout again. Depending on the model, the motor drives the drum through its specific drive system, and a fault there can leave the machine tumbling during parts of the cycle but unable to reach high-speed spin. If you hear unusual mechanical noise, the drum behaves abnormally, or the machine repeatedly faults as spin speed increases, stop guessing from symptoms alone and check the technical information for your exact model.
Once the simple causes and mechanical drive parts have been ruled out, the diagnosis moves deeper. Depending on the washer design, the problem could involve the drive motor, a motor-run capacitor, damaged wiring, a speed-sensing circuit, or the electronic control that commands the drive system. At this stage, replacing parts based only on a symptom becomes expensive very quickly. Diagnostic mode, fault codes, electrical measurements, and the model's technical sheet become much more useful.
Before ordering a single part, do this. Check whether there's standing water. Confirm you're using an appropriate cycle and spin speed. Redistribute the load and remove some clothing if the washer is packed tightly. Make sure the washer sits level and stable. Inspect the drain hose. Then check the lid or door for normal latching and write down any error code before resetting the machine. Those observations tell you far more than simply saying, "My washer won't spin."
So here's the shortcut. Water still in the washer? Start with drainage. Empty tub, but no spin at all? Check the lid or door lock, then the drive system for your specific model. Weak spin or repeated shaking? Start with the load, washer level, and the components that transfer power to the basket. And if all of those check out, that's when motor and electronic diagnosis makes sense. Most importantly, find the model number before buying parts. Two Whirlpool washers that look almost identical can use completely different drive systems.